In order to build a more modern version of the old SR-71, it would be better to build an unmanned aircraft for reconnaissance. The aircraft would have the basic general shape of the old SR-71. It would have one engine, a turbojet, mounted inside the fuselage, buried inside the back of the fuselage. There would be an air scoop which could probably be closed, retracted, for high-speed flight, for supersonic flight. It would then have a pair of ramjet engines mounted out onto the wings. It would be carried up to an altitude of perhaps 50,000 feet by a carrier and deployment aircraft. A connecting arm would lower it out of the wing effect area of the carrier aircraft. It would separate after the turbojet engine has been started. It would use afterburning to accelerate past the speed of sound. The ramjet engines would then be started. As its velocity increases, eventually the turbojet engine would be turned off, the air scoop would be closed, and it could then proceed as a high-speed reconnaissance drone to cover areas, particularly if satellites have been destroyed. In order to provide electric power and to run the hydraulic systems for flight, it would be necessary to have an auxiliary power source of some description. Again, another small turbine engine that will be connected to a generator. Since ramjet engines really aren't suitable to produce auxiliary power, there's no real mechanism for generating electricity or hydraulic pressure. The attack and destruction of reconnaissance satellites is a concern, and having another means of gaining intelligence is valuable. The aircraft would, after completing its mission, made up with another carrier aircraft. The connecting arm would be lowered, it would be connected, and the two aircrafts that would then land.